All right, hello Twitch, hello YouTube. My name is Rick, also known as Shroom or the real Shroom on Twitch. How you doing? Tonight I'm going to be playing some modern Magic the Gathering. So there's this little event that's happening in Las Vegas at the end of October. It is the 30th anniversary celebration of the game Magic the Gathering, and I'm going to attend this event. And at this event, there's going to be a couple of modern tournaments, I believe, which I plan on participating in. So it's coming right up, and probably about time that I started practicing, on a regular basis with the decks that I plan on playing. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to be practicing with a Dimir Eldrazi Control deck, which I actually have already purchased in paper. I purchased it about 6 months ago or so. At the time I was testing it, I think I like 3-2'd a league or something, 3-2'd a couple of leagues, so I did okay with it. So I need to get it back in my system, refire those synapses to get myself jiving with this deck once more. And what is this deck? Well, it's a Dimir Control deck. It's heavily focused on hand disruption. So we got our 3 Thoughtseize, our 3 Inquisition, also running 2 Turash, 1 Liliana of the Veil, and 1 Grief in the main board. So we're highly focused on hand disruption. We're a very highly interactive deck overall. Counterspells, we got the namesake counterspell. We've got 1 Drown in the Lock also as counterspells, and creature removal, a couple of fatal pushes. In Eliminate, I really like this card in Modern because it just straight up kills very neatly, like Teferi Time Raveler and Renin 6, as well as most creatures that are bad news in Modern. Additionally, 1 Murderous Rider, which is a little weird. Most people don't play this card. I do like having the one of card that can just kill anything. So that's why it's there. It's been fine, actually, in testing. Sometimes having the 2-3 life linking body comes in handy, but sometimes the 2 life up front can be a little punishing, especially with our mana base. But anyway, that's what I'm running. And then, of course, we've got our suite of card draw, a couple of ops, a couple of Memory Deluge, which is just a fine card draw spell overall. I really like it in every format that I've played it in so far. 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, still an excellent card draw piece, and a couple of miscellaneous pieces rounding out the deck. 1 Brazen Borrower, which is just a good value card. The synergy between bounce and discard is very good, as well as 1 Snapcaster Mage, which can just recycle everything that we've played. So the real twist for this deck is that it's running Eldrazi as well. We've got a full playset of Thought-Knot Seer and 3 Reality Smasher. Thought-Knot Seer obviously synergizes very well with the hand disruption plan of our deck. It takes away a card while also being a threat on its own that can end the game in a few turns. Reality Smasher also synergizes very well if our opponent doesn't have cards in hand due to our hand disruption. They're not going to be able to discard the additional card to remove the Reality Smasher, and the Reality Smasher is a legitimate threat. As a 5/5 hasty trampler, it can end games quickly. There are 25 lands in the mana base, including 3 Eldrazi temples, so we will occasionally get nut draws where we're able to just like turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer into turn 3 Reality Smasher, and we can just win games that way just by cheesing out our Eldrazi early sometimes. One problem with the deck is that, of course, there are no tri-lands that include colorless mana that are fetchable. Like, I could play a Prismatic Vista and a Waste, but I've already got the 3 Eldrazi temples, which are lands that produce only colorless mana. I can't really afford a Waste as a 4th land that cannot produce any colored mana with the steep mana requirements of the deck. Like, we've got Dothi Voidwalker, which I forgot to mention, a threat that is also graveyard hate in our main board. We need double black for Dothi Voidwalker, we need double blue for Counterspell, double black for Murderous Rider. Our Planeswalkers are double color spells. Turash, we pretty much always want to play this kicked, so that's a 3 black mana requirements, which is pretty steep. We can't really afford to play too many lands that cannot produce colored mana, so that's why the mana can be tricky in this deck sometimes, and we can get hosed by it. What we do have in the way of funky lands is we're playing Sunken Ruins as a 3 of, which is great for this deck because it can tap for colorless mana. It also can take blue or black and turn it into 2 of whatever mana we need, which is really handy sometimes. It lets us do things like play a Swamp on turn 1 to Thoughtseize and then hold up Counterspell on turn 2, while also providing a colorless source of mana. So 25 lands in the mana base. 1 Otawara is another funky land. 1 Nurturing Peat land is a canopy land that I can just cycle. 1 Urborg because we do have heavy black requirements, so this helps us pay for the kicker on Turash, etc., etc. The sideboard contains 2 Narsets for decks that want to draw lots of cards, control decks like Money Pile as well. This is very good against to stop them from drawing those extra cards with their blinked abundant growths or whatever it is they use. Erebos' Intervention is for graveyards, as well as 2 Ashiok Dream Renders. We have the 2 main board Dothy Voidwalkers already to hate graveyards. I like Erebos' Intervention as a graveyard piece because it hates the graveyard at instant speed. It also is good against aggro decks as a source of removal and life gain. Couple of Plague Engineers for tribal decks. I'm wondering about this, though. This card used to be better like 6 months ago when I built the deck. I wonder if it's actually worth playing as a 2-of now, though, because with the Dominaria United Lords, like, you really need both on the battlefield. I don't think 1 Plague Engineer is actually enough to really to really neuter especially a Merfolk deck, but even like a Goblin or an Elf deck. I think if you can get both of them down, then that is effective, but if you wanted to make sure you got 2 Plague Engineers down, you really need more than 2 copies in the board, which makes me wonder if I should have these at all. Maybe I should just have more sweepers instead. But anyway, for tonight, since I've already bought this deck and this is what I have in the deck, I'm going to run the 2 Plague Engineers, as well as 1 Feed the Swarm, which at the time that I bought the deck also, Enchantress was much more popular than it is. It's still something that you see once in a while, but is not as commonplace. So I wonder also if this card is still needed, but I'm going to run it because I've got it in my deck. Collective Brutality is good against aggro, also good against control. Cast Down is there for Murktide Regent specifically, just as a 2-mana piece that can straight up kill a Murktide Regent, which our other removal spells can't. Well, Murderous Rider can, but none of our other stuff can. Couple of Ritual of Soot are our sweepers against go wide decks. I like this a lot better than Damnation for this deck because it doesn't kill any of our Eldrazi, but it will kill most anything that we have to worry about when it comes to decks that are going to go wide and get lots of creatures on the battlefield. They're pretty much all just like cheap creature decks, so that's why Ritual of Soot I think is great for this deck. 1 Unmoored Ego for combo, an Engineered Explosive for Urza's Saga and other decks where it might be useful, and 1 Damping Sphere against Tron and decks that want a multi-spell. So that's the plan. We're going to disrupt our opponents a lot with our hand disruption, counterspells, removal. We can interact with our opponents on the stack with counterspells in their hands by making them discard stuff, on the battlefield by removing their threats. And we got the card draw and Planeswalkers to get us to the cards we need. We've got the beaters that are also disruptive to finish out the game quickly once we are in an advantageous position. So that's the plan. This is one of the decks I'm bringing to Las Vegas. Let's run it through a Modern League and see how it fares 6 months after it's been built. And before I do, I just want to ask if you're watching this on YouTube and you like weird decks in Modern, Explorer, and Standard, and you like the content that you see here, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. All right, our first match is against B. Wilson, and we're on the play. They're showing no companion. We'll of course be on the play. We've got no black source here. And a bunch of black spells. We do have an Eldrazi Temple and an Eldrazi, but it's a Reality Smasher. This is very risky keep. It's good if I draw, like, a black source early, but if I don't, it could be kind of a disaster. I think I'm going to send that back. We can do better. And of course, we get much worse draw. But I'm going to keep this. We've got a turn 1 play. We've got an opt, which can hopefully find us more lands. There's 25 lands in the deck. I don't want to go to 5. I'll bottom one of my Thought-Knot Seers. So I don't know. That was a questionable. First hand was questionable. I could have kept it possibly. But let's see if we can find our lands. If we can get our land drops, our hand is actually pretty good. Alright, Thoughtseize, Persist, Bloodchief's First Archon. So they're a Reanimator deck. Persist wouldn't be a bad take. They'll Thoughtseize us and take our Thought-Knot Seer, no doubt. Possibly our Counterspell. It's possible they take Opt, actually, and just screw us. I think we'll take their Thoughtseize and try to counter their Persist. Or Thought-Knot Seer it from their hand. So their draw for the turn was Verdant Catacombs. Okay, we draw land number 2, that's good. Let's Thoughtseize again. And we'll take Persist or Bloodchief's Thirst. We'll take Persist. Bloodchief's Thirst will yoink with our Cascading Cataracts. We'll yoink with our Thought-Knot Seer. Cascading Cataracts. Godless Shrine, okay. Not really sure what's going on there. I mean, they've got to be some kind of Reanimator deck, right? Thoughtseize. Gonna take our Seer, no doubt. They might take Opt. No, they take Counterspell, okay. Let's Opt. Island is a good pickup. Liliana of the Veil. Do I just start ticking up Lily? As soon as they get to 4 mana, they can just Bloodchief's Thirst it? Oh, man. I'll have to discard my Thought-Knot immediately. But maybe I can actually get to her ultimate before they can do anything. Ugh. Alright. This is super, super risky, but I'm just going for it. Maybe this is a terrible play. But there's no guarantee that I'll even be able to cast the Thought-Knot Seer anytime soon. I don't have any colorless mana. What did they discard? They discarded Archon. Okay, there's Urborg. Hopefully they won't draw another land. Of course, we draw a colorless source as our very next draw. Alright, their hand is Bloodchief's Thirst. And there they go. Alright, so we're both top decking here. Well, I'm the blue deck, so hopefully I have an advantage in this situation. Thought-Knot Seer is a threat. Unfortunately, it doesn't take anything from them at the moment. But we can start putting them on a clock. Now, I would love to draw Counterspell. That's not Counterspell. I would love for them not to draw Persist. Okay, so they're coffers. Counterspell? Reality Smasher wouldn't be bad either. Counterspell, alright. Feel a little safer with that. Liliana, we gotta counter that, because she just makes us sack our Thought-Knot Seer. Can I get a Reality Smasher off the top, please? No. Still 3-turn clock, unfortunately. It's also very bad as soon as they draw like a Persist or an Archon. Yep, there's an Archon. So, do we have any way of dealing with this? Not really. Our Lily's already gone. Brazen Borrower? They can just recast it? I can do this at the beginning, their beginning of combat step, though. I can Petty Theft. Oh, too late. No, I can still do it. They just recast it because they've got all the mana in the world. Expedition map. Okay, they're just big black. Reality Smasher. Could have used you a while back. Okay. So we want Damping Sphere. We want Ashiok. I think we want Unmoored Ego and Erebos' Intervention. Fatal Push we don't need at all. Eliminate can kill lilies. Let's see. We took a very risky line and it didn't pay off, which is too bad. It would have been great if it did, but it didn't. I like all of our Eldrazi here. 3 cuts. Drown in the Lock since we're hating their graveyard so hard. Brazen Borrower actually is pretty bad because they have the mana to just resummon their Archons. And one more cut. Dothy's good. All the discard is good. Counterspell's good. Reef is good. Liliana's actually pretty good. Maybe cut one Thoughtseize. Just because they're a graveyard deck. So Inquisition is just better because making them discard their creatures just kind of helps their plan. This deck has no black sources. Does have double Deluge and a Thought-Knot Seer. Well, let's try it out this time. I think my deck needs a Profane Tutor. Thoughtseize. Probably gonna take Thought-Knot Seer. None of these cards are particularly good right now, so on the plus side, this Thoughtseize doesn't hamper us that much. They take Murderous Rider, okay. Alright, Colorless Source is a nice pickup. Womp. We like black mana. Alright, let's cast our Thought-Knot Seer. And see Invoke Despair, Golos, Bloodchief's Thirst. Well, Invoke Despair is just a devastating, devastating card. And they have it in 2 turns. So, looks like we're going to lose our Thought-Knot Seer. It is going to cost them their whole turn next turn. I don't think I can risk hoping that I draw a counterspell. Okay. I like Thought-Knot Seer number 2. Invoke Despair, Golos. Another Invoke Despair. Alright, well, I gotta take Invoke Despair. So I need to find an answer for Golos right quick. They get their Cabal Coffers. Okay, maybe I should have brought in Unmoored Ego, because the big black deck I know plays Invoke Despair. That is a card you have to deal with. Can I get a removal spell, please? Castle Vantress. They already took my Murderous Rider, so Liliana would be the draw that I want. Let's see a Liliana. Please. Reality Smasher. Alright, well, the Golos has 5 toughness, so can't really attack into that. And just gotta hope they whiff on their activation. Archon of Cruelty, Urborg. Pretty good. We'll discard, I don't know, Castle Vantress. So now I don't even know what gets us out of this. I don't think there's anything in our deck, really. More Reality Smashers. Ashiok's a bit late. Reality Smashers just get sacked by the Archon. Yeah, I actually don't think there's a single card in our deck that gets us back from this, so we can just scoot. Okay. Big Black is a thing nowadays. That wasn't really a deck 6 months ago, but it is now. All right. We're against Orange Fries in round 2 on the play. And this hand looks fine. Just lead on our fetch. Murktide. Ragavan. Well, the monkey must die as soon as it appears. Inquisition. Counterspell, Expressive Iteration, Unholy Heat. So they're just Murktide. Hmm. I'd probably take Expressive Iteration, right? Or do I try to counter that? Nah, I want to save the counter for Murktide region, I think. Oh, did I not play a land there? Oh, geez. I was on the play, and I missed my land drop. Oops. Well, that's something you gotta not do at high-level Modern tournaments. Alright, we will counter Expressive Iteration. Let's opt. I don't think we need another land right now, but we drew one anyway. Thoughtseize. That's a good draw. Archmage's Charm. Double Unholy Heat. Counterspell. I'll take Archmage's Charm. They had double Archmage's Charm, right? Yeah. Oh no, they had Archmage's Charm, Counterspell, double Unholy Heat, Murktide Regent. Expressive Iteration. You just can't let that resolve. You cannot. Turash. There we go. Let's kick this Turash. Oh, do we have the black mana to do it? Yes, we do. Black, 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 colorless. They discard. What did they discard? Did we get their Murktide? No, we got both their Unholy Heats. Okay. So their hand is Murktide plus Counterspell now. Great. I would really have liked to get their Murktide there. So now I need to draw Liliana, because I don't think I have, or a Murderous Rider. There's the Murktide. Seven flyer for 2 mana. Seems fair. Hmm. So I want to draw exactly land plus Liliana, or plus Murderous Rider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otawara. That's not what I'm looking for. Actually, Otawara isn't bad, because it can't be countered, and it does just bounce their Murktide. But 4 lands, not what I was looking for. Guess I'll grab another island. Urborg. Of course, they have the counterspell too. Expressive Iteration. Okay. Into land plus Murktide. DRC. Okay. Could I get it like a Thoughtseize? Thought Not Seer works pretty well. Let's snag Murktide. So they've got Counterspell, Ragavan, and Lightning Bolt. I'm going to attack with Turash. DRC has to attack. Monkey pretty much has to block here. Counterspell. So if I just attack with Turash, I guess I gotta attack with both. They're gonna block the Thought-Knot Seer and bolt it. The question is, do I counter that? They're gonna block Turash and bolt Turash. Okay. No, they're gonna bolt me. And there's nothing I can do about that, right? I counter, they counter back, and then they attack for 3. Yep. And I'm dead. Okay. So give me... I don't think Narset works against Expressive Iteration. I'll take Unmoored Ego. I'll take Erebos' Intervention. Pass down for sure. Collective Brutality. Anything else? Ashiok? Let's cut a Smasher. Brazenbauer is actually pretty good. I like all of our cheap removal. Since we're hitting their graveyard, we don't want Drown. I cut Smashers a lot in boarding. Maybe that means I should only have like 2 Smashers. Liliana could be good, actually. But, like, all of our discard is really good. If only we had gotten the Murktide with that Turash. That would have been so great. They don't look like they're a Blood Moon variant. Cut 1 Opt. Cut. Snapcaster. Cut. What am I going to name with Unmoored Ego? Maybe that's not a good card to have. Yeah, I'll cut the Snapcaster. Would maybe be a benefit to have like a real sideboard plan prior to the tournament. I can kill their first 2 threats, maybe. I don't think that does enough. I really want to see discard. There we go. Double Thoughtseize. It's a 1-lander. Oh, tap land into... No, it's a 2-lander. Yeah, we'll keep that. Then bottom Jace. This is really bad if they have turn 1 Ragavan. We probably lose if they have turn 1 Ragavan. Okay, good. More discard is good. Bobble, Expressive Iteration, Bolt Heats. Well, Murktide. Definitely taking Expressive Iteration. Always yield. Polluted Delta. Do I just go for Ashiok here? I don't think so. I want to take their Murktide Regent. Ooh, they have a Blood Moon too. Okay. Take Murktide Regent. I can counterspell Blood Moon if they cast it on their next turn. So their Blood Moon, Spell Pierce, Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat. Island? Ugh, Moto, why are you so bad? Why are you so much worse than MTG Arena at keeping track of this stuff? Cast down. Let's take the Blood Moon now. Do we just run out the saddest Turok ever? Probably. Maybe I should have waited till land number 4. Probably would have been better to wait, because then they would have countered it for sure. Okay. Well, we trade 1 for 1. Expressive Iteration. This card... Why does this card exist? It's so busted. Unholy Heat plus something. Reef. Alright, well, let's get something countered. Spell Pierce. Targeting me, so they know I have a counterspell. I think I'm just gonna evoke my grief. Double counterspell, Unholy Heat. Okay. This deck is so stupid. Expressive Iteration. I'll make them use their last counterspell. Mystical Dispute. Okay, so their hand is Counterspell, Unholy Heat. Plus whatever they draw off this nonsense. Regents. Can I draw Liliana, Murderous Rider? Fatal Push. Not good enough. Ragavan. Well, let's Fatal Push the Ragavan. Eliminate. The fact that we haven't drawn any lands really sucks too. Yeah, we lose to the 2-mana 8/8 flyer. Okay. Round 3 against Cheese Doodle 84 with their Sarah Angel avatar. I think I can keep that. I need to draw some blue lands. Or Eldrazi. Stoneforge, March, Flicker Wisp. Okay. So they're a blink deck. Well, we definitely want to take the Stoneforge. They also got Cauldra in hand. I suppose I could have just Fatal Pushed the Cauldra, the Stoneforge. And instead taking like March or Cauldra or Flicker Wisp. They've got Nykthos, so they're Devotion. So they've got Cauldra, March, plus 2 unknowns. Alright. That's good. Let's make them sack their Flicker Wisp. Can I draw a land? Then I can start playing these Smashers. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Hey. Do I want to plus Lily is a question. What would I discard? I actually don't think I really want to plus Lily. I suppose it makes it harder for them to kill the Reality Smashers. I kind of like all my cards, though. Let's not plus this turn. Fatal Push is gonna have targets. But you know what? Whatever I can target with Fatal Push, I'm sure I'll be able to target with Drown as well. Solitude. Okay. They have to discard an additional card. What do they discard? Oh, they exiled March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. So we only know about Kaldra. So let's plus. We'll pitch Fatal Push. They discard Solitude. Okay. Ratchet Bomb. Let's smash. They start ratcheting up. And I don't actually discard anything at this point. Because I can already kill a creature with Lily if I need to, and I like all of my cards. I want to keep my double counter spells. I could also Thought-Knot Seer. I can't Dothy plus leave up Drown, which kind of sucks. I think I can just pass. Ratchet Bomb ticks up to 3. Cauldra plus 2 unknowns. Flicker Wisp. I think we can counter that. Inquisition. We should have this. We should be able to counter whatever they play, if anything, next turn. We'll take light. They've just got a Cauldra. Drown should be able to hit anything. They don't have 7 mana. They don't have enough mana to activate the cave. Okay. So Stoneforge, Flicker Wisp. Nonsense. We don't have a lot that's great against artifacts. What kind of creature is Flicker Wisp? Yeah, it's an elemental. So would Plague Engineer on elemental be worth it? Maybe. I don't know. Kinda. They seem like they're leaning pretty heavily on the Flicker Wisp, actually. I think I like the Plague Engineers plus Cast Down. I'll cut 1 Smasher. I don't think Brazen Borrower is good because they're all about ETB. And I think we can cut an Opt. This looks fine. Turn 1 Inquisition. Always a good start. Double Leyline. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Field of Ruining our Watery Grave. Okay. I'll go grab a Swamp. More Eldrazi. Now, sadly, Thought Not Seer is just going to be a vanilla 4/4 if I play it. Which kind of makes me not want to play it. More Field of Ruin. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't do that to all of our colorless mana. So, yeah, I think I want to just... Nah, I'll go for Thought Not Seer. Let's get a clock going. Let's play a 4/4 into a 5/5. Nykthos, generating oodles of mana. Solitude. Alright, we'll take a little bit of pain to Lily. Oh, it targets, though. The minus targets. Well, I can discard this Inquisition, since I can't use it. It's gonna take him 2 attacks from Solitude to kill her, so... Still not terrible. Sanctifier and Vec. Uh, if a black or a red would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. Do I care about this? Yeah, probably should counter it, because I do have black creatures, and it can block them, and that'll be a nuisance. To come to think of it, it can't really block any of my black creatures. Because Turash has pro-white, Dathi's unblockable. Alright, let's plus. I will discard a land. They discard Wrath of God. I'll play a Reality Smasher. Phyrexian Metamorph. Copying Solitude. Okay, I need to draw some more Eldrazi. Plague Engineer. Well, okay. Let's name Elemental. So now Flicker Wisps die as soon as they ETB. 8 mana? March. I think I'll counter that. Can I get another Plague Engineer? That would be sweet. I don't really want to trade off. I'm feeling like I'm okay as far as life total goes. I need to draw some Eldrazi is what I need. Memory Deluge will help. Alright, Memory Deluge. Give me something good. Thought Not Seer plus Opt? That's pretty good. Let's Opt. Another Thought Not Seer. Okay. I'm on board. Triple Thought Not Seer. And the Thought Not Seers just eats the Solitudes now. Wouldn't mind drawing another counterspell or a Snapcaster Mage. March of Otherworldly Light, okay. They don't draw cards, though, because they're exiling it, not... When it leaves the battlefield, target opponent. Oh, they can't... they can't target themselves. They don't get targeted by the draw effect, either. So they don't get their card. That's funny. 2, 3, 4... Let's get Dothy going. They're at 25 life, which is a high life total. Polluted Delta. Okay, that allows me to flash back Deluge if I want to. They can double block the Thought-Knot Seer, which I would be totally fine with. A Gonjo on the Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, let's play a Thought-Knot Seer. Stoneforge Mystic. That's a problem. That I need to find a removal spell for. Cauldra? They have enough mana to just play Cauldra. What is the Germ token anyway? Like, what creature type? Phyrexian Germ is a 0/0. Okay. Okay, so gotta block now. Unfortunately, gotta lose my Plague Engineer. I need a good draw. So I wonder if I should crack my Peatland now. Because I don't have another turn to wait on Memory Deluge. I guess I do. Can I just draw land? Murderous Rider. Okay. So I actually can sack the Dothy to Solitude the Germ. Then I can Murderous Rider the Stoneforge if they go to equip Dothy. Um... So I think that's what I do. They have 5 mana floating. 7. 5. 2. Pump fake. Okay, they're just going to combat. So let's get your Solitude. Exile the Germ. Murder the Stoneforge. Hope you don't have another creature plus the mana to equip again. Chalice of the Void on 1. Don't really care about that. Jace, that's a good draw. Blue, blue, colorless, colorless. Give me something good, Jace, please. Or maybe I just plus. I think I just plus on them, actually. Oh, I can't. I cannot do that. Let's put these cards on top. Let's cast Dothy again, so we can do the Solitude trick again. Because they have the Phyrexian, right? In their graveyard? Yeah, they sure do. Another Leyline. Yep. We will not be targeting you with stuff this game, opponent. That much is sure. Snapcaster Mage is very nice. So let's top Eldrazi Temple and eliminate. Let's cast our Murderous Rider. And I think we might have this one. It was looking grim for a moment. We've got Snapcaster plus Counterspell backup. Dothy can flash in another Solitude if they happen to get something down and equip it. We're at 7 life now. They're actually dead next turn if I get Snapcaster Mage on the table. Jace can also bounce something. Stoneforge Mystic. That's fine. What are they tutoring? I can't Fatal Push because of Chalice. Sword of Light and Shadow? Sure. They have to cast it. They can't use Stoneforge's ability because it's summoning sick. So I can still counter it. And even if they do get it down, Jace can bounce it. Equip Cauldra. Okay. I could just cast down in response. Yeah, let's just kill that thing. And that's game. All right. We got there. Dothy Voidwalker doing Dothy things. Flashing in that clutch Solitude for the cheese out. Gotta love it. We're against Vizix 5129. And that is a keepable hand of magic cards. On the draw. I kind of don't want to Urborg, because it looks like they're a black deck. I also kind of don't want to lose 5 life. So, 5 life in the dark about what I'm facing. Tough choice. Yeah, I don't want to put the Urborg down this early. Dothy, Chalice, Blood Moon. Interesting hand. I really don't know what to make of that hand. So if I play the Urborg after the Blood Moon, my lands are still our swamps, I believe. What is going on here? But it does shut out all of my blue spells. I mean, Chalice on 1 doesn't do anything to me right now. I guess I'll just take the Blood Moon, right? Blood Moon is good against my deck. I have no idea what's going on there. Inquisition. So they just got double Chalice plus lands. Chalice on 1, sure. Dothy. Fatal Push, which I can't cast. Alright. So I think I just go Lily minus. They have 2 unknown cards. Croxa. I wish I had my Dothy down. Okay. I'll discard Fatal Push. They're going to be able to flash it back, too. Can I draw, like, Counterspell? Okay. So, I should not have played that land, probably. Probably should not have played that land. Because what I can do is go Dothy. I kind of have to do this. Dothy. Now I plus Lily so that I can minus it after Croxa escapes. So I gotta discard something. I guess it'll be Memory Deluge. They lose Terminate. Magus of the Moon. Okay. That means that this temple is a mountain. So I can sack... I can make them sack the Magus. I think this is what I do. I make them sack the Magus. I lose my Lily. Oh no, I needed to attack with my Reality Smasher too. I clicked to my combat phase too early. Stupid. That's 5 damage I missed out on. They should be at 8. Or 9. So now they Croxa. I can Dothy back their Terminate. That misclick might cost me the game. Because they would be at 9, which is 2 attacks from Thought-Knot Seer. And now it's 3 instead of 2. Ugh. Removal spell? Gets countered by Chalice, of course. Alright, well, I gotta kill Croxa. They would be at 4. They would be at 4 right now. Liliana. Blood Moon. Alright, let's go fetch an island. Thought Not Seer. I can't cast it. Right? That's a mountain. I cannot cast it. Drown in the Loch. Another Blood Moon? Well, I guess I'll just counter that. Field of Ruin is just a mountain. Chalice X equals 3. Okay. Snapcaster Mage. Doesn't do anything. There's nothing meaningful for me to target. Whatever. They should be at 4 life. Pyromancer. Looks like they managed to prison us out anyway, so I think we can scoop here, right? We'll see. They're probably going to divvy all of our basics on one side plus everything else on the other. Thoughtseize. Alright, I don't think we can win from this position, realistically. Because we don't have a basic... I don't know, I could top deck an island memory deluge into what, though? Okay. So, what do we want? Engineered explosives? Unmoored ego? Erebos' intervention? Ashiox? Feed the swarm. We can lose a Smasher. Eliminate's good. Fatal Push is okay. Drown since we're going Graveyard Hates. Unmoored Ego for what? For Blood Moon? Probably Blood Moon. Had another Smasher. A Brazen Borrower is actually good because it can potentially bounce a Blood Moon if they happen to sneak one down. Fatal Push kills the Dothies, kills Kroxa. Thoughtseize. Two more cuts. One opt. One. I like Turash. Grief. I like Grief too. Because I can cast him without having double black mana. Maybe Turach. Because if they do get a Blood Moon effect, it's going to be real hard to get triple black. So, I don't think I can keep this. Because it only has one fetch land. It doesn't have early interaction either. This is a much better hand. Although it has 0 fetch lands, it does have a basic swamp. Guess I'll bottom a land. Ragavan, Fatal Push, Chalice. Well, gotta take Ragavan. Do I make them use a Fatal Push on my Dothi? Nah, that's cool. Roxa. Okay. What do we discard? Maybe Lily? Probably Dothi, because they've got 2 Fatal Pushes. Otawara. I don't want to discard either of these cards. This sucked that I had to mulligan. And Otawara would be good with the Blood Moon down, but I have to play it unless I draw another land. Inquisition. Sure, let's go for Inquisition again. Fatal Push, Chalice, Abrade. Fury. I'll take Chalice, I guess. I'll discard Lily, I suppose. Grief. Yeah, I like Grief. Let's take Fury or Braid. Probably a Braid. So they have Fury and Fatal Push. They draw Terminate. Pretty good draw. Turok. That was an amazingly good draw for them, actually. Now they can Kroxa. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Eldrazi Temple. Might have been good to bring in Ritual of Soot, although they've had all the disruption at just the right time. So they probably would have made me discard it. The top deck Terminate was brutal, because that let them plus Lily instead of having to minus her to kill my Grief, which meant that I couldn't Memory Deluge. So that was very unfortunate. So I can just cast Memory Deluge, but I can't actually get anything from it to cast, so okay. Alright, we're 1-3 going into round number 5. That was kind of sad. I think I can keep this. That looks okay. Double Thought Knots here. A handful of 4-drops, because really these guys are 4-drops. Oh, okay. It's Hammer Time. That's bad news. Oh, is it like Sramos? That's also bad news. Because our hand's slow. No, it's hammer time. Pretty good for turn 2. And now they just play hammer and I die? Nettle cyst? It ain't lifelink trample. Counterspell. Right on time. Okay. I think we can scoop here. Like, I could still draw removal, and that would be good. Playing a Turash just as a 2-1 doesn't really do anything, because this thing has trample. I guess I'll stick it out one more turn. 8, 9. I'm not actually dead quite yet. Steel Shaper's Gift. There's the Colossus Hammer. Okay. Yeah, now I'm dead. Actually, no. Well, I already conceded. I could have countered the hammer, but very likely we were going to lose anyway. So, yeah, hammer time doing hammer stuff. Give me engineered explosives. Give me rituals. Intervention. Cast down. I can lose smashers. And lose a Turok. Yeah, a handful of 4 mana cost things. Not what you're looking for against hammer time. Dothy. I think lose one thought, not Seer 2. They're so fast. Maybe I should have brought in Feed the Swarm. Like, I should have brought in all of my cards that can spot remove creatures. This is good. Wait, I have no black mana, though. If I draw a black source, it's really good. It's really, really good if I draw a black source. If I don't, it's really bad. I have 3 pieces of removal, which is very good against them. I'm going to risk it. Like, they're one of the best decks in Modern. I'm going to have to get a little lucky to beat them. So please, deck, give me a black source. And they get turn 1 Esper Sentinel. Okay. Let's hope Opt can help us find our black source on turn 3. Urza Saga? Ginger Brute? Yes, we want that black source, please. Another opt. Maybe I should have Thought Not Seared there. Okay. Let's push the Esper Sentinel. Opt. Sure, we'll accept that. Grief. Go for a grief. Paladin March Hammer. Well, I gotta take the Paladin. They got another Urza Saga, too. Yeah, Urza Saga is a messed up card. I think we'll just take this. We might be able to trade with a token later. So yeah, we traded 2 removal spells for their land. I can't kick this Turach. Looking bad. Looking pretty bad. I think my best chance is to Memory Deluge and try to find a Ritual of Suit. Sigarda's Aid. So we know they have the hammer in hand. So gotta counter that, right? Or is it better to counter the hammer? I think it's better to counter that. Because that means if they ever draw another hammer as well, it's instant death. Alright, got a block there. I need Ritual of Soot right now. That means I die, right? Yep, that means I die. I could play Turok and block one of the 6/6s, but they still get in for 7. I could bounce one. Yeah, we're dead. Well, what can you do? They play lands, so, I mean, when your opponent plays lands, what can you do? You just lose, right? Seems fair. Alright, so that's a solid 1-4 for Dimir Eldrazi control, but I think it's a fun deck still. I think we just saw it needs some help against Urza's Saga. Like, probably just swap out some of the questionable sideboard cards for more explosive, engineered explosives. As far as the main deck goes, it's like kind of clunky. It's loaded on like 4-drop cards, all those Thought-Knot Seers. Turash is effectively, I don't know. Like, I feel like on a good day, it could do a lot better than that. But I've already bought the deck, so I'm gonna bring some version of this deck to Las Vegas, and I still have some time to do a little bit of tweaking to it. So I do enjoy playing it. It's fun. I'm gonna bring some version of it. Probably will do some more testing on stream to see if I can get it a bit more effective. Maybe get another 3-2 like I did in testing. But that's going to do it for tonight. So thank you, Twitch, for hanging out and watching the league. YouTube, thank you as well. If you enjoy this kind of content of spicy kind of janky decks, please do like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good day. Peace out.